Welcome to Crystal Clear Stories, the channel where we take complex information and break it down so that it's transparent and easy to understand. Let's get started. What if goodbye is a physical impossibility? Imagine you hold a glass sphere that represents your life. Suddenly, it shatters. You take one shard to the edge of the Milky Way, and you leave the other here on Earth. If you were to tap your shard in the silent vacuum of space, the shard on Earth would vibrate at the exact same second. No signal is sent. No light travels between them. There is no delay for the news to arrive. It happens because, according to the laws of quantum entanglement, those two pieces still believe they are one. This isn't science fiction. It is the fundamental, spooky reality of the universe that kept Albert Einstein awake at night. It suggests that separation is the greatest illusion ever sold to humanity. The law of eternal connection. In a lab, when two particles interact, they become entangled. Their identities merge into a single mathematical state. Once this happens, distance becomes irrelevant. You could place one particle in a vault and the other in a different galaxy. They remain a single, unified heartbeat. Einstein famously called this spooky action at a distance. He hated it because it violates the cosmic speed limit. The idea that nothing, not even information, can travel faster than light. But experiment after experiment has proven Einstein wrong. The particles don't communicate because they don't have to. They are simply two ends of the same string. If the universe is built on these invisible threads, what does that mean for us? We are not just observers of these particles. We are made of them. Think of the person you loved most who is no longer here. Think of the golden retriever who rested its head on your knee for a decade. Physics suggests that when you lived alongside them, when your atoms interacted, collided, and shared space, you became physically entangled. So grief is not a dead end. It is a frequency. And death is not a severance. It is merely a change in local coordinates. If entanglement never truly fades, and according to the math, it doesn't, then the bond you shared with a deceased loved one is still vibrating in the fabric of the cosmos. When you feel a sudden wave of warmth or a phantom pressure on your hand, it may not just be memory. It may be the quantum resonance of a connection that the universe refuses to break. The cosmic echo, where science meets the soul. Think about this. For thousands of years, spiritual traditions have whispered a single, radical idea: that all is one. They told us that the walls we build between ourselves and the world are just smoke and mirrors. For a long time, science dismissed that as soft poetry. But now, the math is starting to hum the exact same tune. If we trace the movie of our universe all the way back to the beginning, to the Big Bang, everything we see today was once compressed into a single microscopic point. Every atom in your body, every drop of water in the ocean, and every star in the furthest galaxy were all huddled together in one space. In the language of physics, that means the entire universe was born entangled. When you hear scientists talk about quantum entanglement, they are actually giving us the physical blueprints for what the mystics called universal connection. Where the ego sees separation, physics sees a byproduct of our three-dimensional perspective. To our eyes, we look like separate islands, but beneath the surface of the ocean, we are all part of the same seabed. Where the heart feels love, the lab measures correlation. We've always felt that love binds all things together. Science is simply showing us the invisible quantum threads that make that bond a physical reality. And where we fear death, the laws of physics see a transition. There is a rule in the universe called the conservation of information. It suggests that the unique data of a life, the entangled states you created with others, doesn't just vanish into a void. It stays woven into the fabric of the cosmos. Essentially, we are moving past the idea that we are lonely inhabitants of a cold universe. Instead, we're realizing we are localized expressions of one giant, vibrating whole. Science isn't replacing spirituality. It's finally providing the evidence for it. It's telling us that your intuition was right all along. You aren't just in the universe. You are the universe. We spend our lives building walls to protect our independence, But Entanglement offers a more beautiful truth. Isolation is a fiction. It is the end of loneliness. You are an open node in a cosmic lattice. Every time you feel a sense of knowing or intuition, you are likely tapping into the web of relationships that define reality. So please remember, you cannot be lost in a universe where every particle is tethered to the whole. Your eyes may tell you that your loved one is gone forever, but you are literally connected with them right now. The next time silence feels too heavy for you to bear, remember the shattered glass sphere. You are the shard that remembers the light of the other half. And in the eyes of physics, the glass was never truly broken. If this video was helpful and brought you some clarity, a like and a subscription are the best ways to stay informed with us. If you enjoyed this, you'll love our next video. Stay tuned.